Footprints Without Feet, written by H.G. Wells, class 10th chapter. It is second module, students. In the first module, we had completed our first half chapter. In the second half, we will cover the rest of the story. We had completed in first module that Griffin entered a theatrical company which gave items used in plays. There he wore bandages to outline his face, dark glasses, a false nose, and bushy side whiskers. As he was invisible, so he just made his get-up like this. He robbed the shopkeeper of his money and escaped. He wanted to escape from London crowd. That's why he boarded a train to a village called Epping. He went to an inn and rented 2 rooms in the inn. The owner of the inn were Mr. and Mrs. Hall. Soon his strange and uncommon appearance made him the talk of villagers. Tongues wagging, this word is used in the book. It means gossiping. Mrs. Hall and the landlady of the inn, she tried to be friendly with Griffin, but he did not take any interest, and he told her the reason that he was there in Epping because he wanted isolation. He added to his story that recently suffered an accident and did not want to be disturbed. The lady did not bother much about her strange guest after that, as he had paid her money in advance. She left him alone with his ill temper, but very soon Griffin ran out of the money that he had stolen in London. But he promised his owners that very soon he would pay because he was expecting a check any time. One day, very extraordinary affair took place. Very early in the morning, the clergyman of the village and his wife heard some noise and chink of money coming from the study. When they heard the noise, the clergyman, he was ready with a poker. Poker means a metal stick. And crept downstairs. Means very quietly they went downstairs in the study. But they found the room was empty. The clergyman and his wife both searched everywhere, but they did not find anyone in the room. Why? Because he was invisible man. But they found that surprisingly the desk had been opened and there was no money in it. So this robbery at clergyman's house was very extraordinary affair. But more than this was in the later morning. What was that? The furniture of that Mr. Hall's inn behaved very awkwardly. When he went there to rob clergymen, meanwhile the owners of the inn, means Mr. and Mrs. Hall, when they got up, they were surprised to find the door of the strange man's room wide open. It used to remain locked and locked all the time, but this time it was open. So they took all the time to peep in and found the room was empty, so they decided to investigate the room. They found that the bed sheet was cold. It means the bed had not been used for quite some time, and the clothes and bandages of this strange man lay scattered all over the room. And that time also they did not see anyone, so they thought that till now the stranger was out. All of a sudden, Mrs. Hall heard a sniff close to her ear, and the hat on the bed top sprang and hit her on the face of Mrs. Hall. And then the chair became alive. It flung towards her. She and her husband rushed out in panic. The chair pushed them out of the room, and the door was slammed and locked. Basically, who did all such things? The scientist Griffin, the invisible man. Mrs. Hall was certain that some spirit was haunting the room. The news spread very fast. It was a village. That's why also the news spread very fast, and the villagers suspected that the strange scientist was the culprit, and some magic was involved in the entire affair by him. News of burglary at clergyman's home also spread like fire in the village, and due to this, he was the main suspect. Who? The scientist was the main suspect. One more reason was there, because he had paid money, the entire money in cash to Mr. and Mrs. Hall just after this episode. So the stranger suddenly produced money. This was the main reason that he was a suspect of this burglary at clergyman's house. So the village constable was informed secretly about the matter. Till that he would come, Mrs. Hall did not wait. What did she do? She rushed into the strange man's room and demanded an explanation from him about her chair. She also asked him that how did he appear a from an empty room. This mystery she wanted him to solve. The stranger was furious. Finally, what did he do? He started throwing his all coverings. Villagers who had gathered to confront him, they all startled. He suddenly removed his bandage and makeup, sending makeup, that all side whiskers, false nose. This was a makeup, dark glasses, and that bandages. He was just throwing all the makeups. He was just removing, and people were stunned to find a headless man. Jeffers, the constable, who had an arrest warrant in his hand, tried to arrest the headless body. He kept on saying, "Hold him." The cries were there, "Hold him." But this was easier said than done. Jeffers could not do so because the scientist had removed all his clothes as well and had thus become invisible. So all efforts of the constable to nab the invisible man failed, and whoever tried to help him was charged with fits and blows punched from the air, because nobody was visible. Only fits and blows were there, that hitting all the villagers and whosoever was helping Jeffers. The constable fell down unconscious, and nobody could catch Griffin, who took advantage of his invisibility to escape. So, this is the story, student, of Footprints Without Feet. The theme of the chapter is the power without responsibility can be disastrous, as the power of invisibility came to a selfish and ill tempered Griffin who misused it by breaking law. He stole clothes, food, money, hurt innocent people, and in this way he misused his power. So, power without responsibility always can be disastrous. This is the theme of the chapter. Read the chapter properly. Thank you.